Good evening to all. In this video, we will discuss anomaly. In the normalization video, we understood that normalization is a decomposition technique used a part of database design for what? To reduce redundancy. At the same time, need to remove the anomalies, need to remove the inconsistencies. Am I right? So now we are going to consider the topic, that is anomaly. What is meant by anomaly? See, when you are storing the same information repeatedly, then what happens? Then it may lead to some problems. Okay, that means same information repeatedly means what happens? It is nothing but a redundancy. That means whenever redundancy is there, then there is a problem of some anomalies. Then we can discuss the different types of anomalies. There are three types of anomalies are there: deletion anomaly, update anomaly, insertion anomaly. Okay, suppose you can consider two tables here. One is employee table, another one is dependent table. In employee table, you have attributes like employee ID, employee name, address, whereas dependent table has dependent name and age, for example. Okay, so in that case, what happens? Deletion anomaly. Suppose this dependent table identifies the tuples uniquely. So in that case, what happens? Here you can add employee ID. Here it is a primary key in employee table, whereas employee ID is a foreign key. It references like this. Okay. Here in this case, what happens? Deletion anomaly. That means whenever you are deleting in this table, delete in this table, no problem. But in employee table, it is not possible. Am I right? That is a deletion anomaly. That means where to delete, where not to delete, we need to understand. Okay, that means what happens? If you have a data here, if you have a one tuple of information here, what you are saying, go to this employee ID, this particular dependent is related to so and so employee. This you are saying. But if the data is removing here, no problem, because employee is there without dependents. Am I right? Suppose dependent is there, for that employee is not there, that is wrong. Okay, so deletion in the dependent table is no problem, but deletion in the employee table is, it's a problem. It's not supposed to accept. Okay, and the same time, update anomaly. Okay, whenever you want to update of a particular attribute, whatever the other attributes are linked to that, you need to update in all the attributes. So that we need to take care. Okay, so multiple records sometimes need to update. Insertion anomaly. Okay, suppose if you are inserting a new employee here, you are adding a new employee or inserting a new employee in employee table, no problem. But in the case of dependent table, if you want to insert, it is not correct. This is an anomaly. Why? Because that means inserting a new employee, what it means? Employee without dependents. But inserting a dependent without employee, there is no meaning. So insertion is acceptable in the case of employee table, is not acceptable in the case of dependent table. Okay, that means dependent table is called referencing relation, whereas employee table is called referred relation. So that means what happens? Referencing relation, deletion is acceptable, but insertion is not acceptable. In the case of reference relation, deletion is not acceptable and insertion is acceptable. Whereas for the case of update anomaly, we need to update in many tables. Many records need to update. Thank you. Thank you one and all.